Hi everyone, I thought I'd better come on and get moving with covering some more pages in the envelope journal. So far we have done that one and that one with the flip. So now we are on to this one. Now we'll leave the Rita Donnelly flip here for when we're embellishing. So we're just going to back that one. Now this side is the window pocket and it has a pocket here and a pocket there. So we must remember to make them. I'm telling myself there that I must remember to make that. So now this, I'm just seeing where this one's been opened up the top there, hasn't it? Yep. So what I'm going to do with that one is we need to cut open this side down here to be able to use them as pockets, obviously. So just cut, a little thin strip off the top. Like that. So there we've got our open envelope. So to make the pockets, all I did was put a line of glue along where we want it stuck down there, and that will leave it as a pocket there and a pocket there. And then because this one's open at the top, I'm going to have to stick that down as well. So we'll do that and then we can start covering the pages. It's been a busy day because I worked at the bookshop today and then went out for lunch with a colleague, which was lovely, and we chatted for a couple hours, and then I had to go to the store to get stuff. So I was out pretty well all day. Alright, so that should be stuck there, and now I'm just going to stick the top of the envelope. Thus creating our two little side pockets. So now we can get on with covering. So for this one, looks like I've done a big music page and just covered the whole lot with the big music page. And then when I was embellishing, I put the tea-dyed paper over the top. So I'm pretty well going to do the same and just do the music page for now. It'll be good just to get the base coverings down and done. So I do have that, which has some writing on it, but that doesn't matter. It's very old, that one. So I'm just going to glue on the envelope. Keep all these bits and do paper ruffles with them because we're going to need some of that sort of thing to embellish this. Now just make sure I haven't cut any of my flippy. It's still looking flippy enough. If I did, then I would be able to make a paper hinge to fix that. So that looks pretty neat. So that's that one. Now, just realised I made a boo-boo. That's all right though, because that's a full page anyway. You're probably all yelling at me all that time too. Meant to be doing this page, but I'd turned the page and was doing that page. But that's all right. No harm done. So instead of having the arithmetic page, which I probably don't have on me, it's going to be music page. But I can put a strip up the top there if I want it to look similar. Doesn't matter though. I think I'll just leave it as is and that's fine. It's covered. So yes, now we've got to do the window page. Get it right. So looks like I've done this one how I did previous ones with windows. So it's a little bit down this side, another bit there, and then the bit up top and the bit down the bottom. So we will do that. So let's see what we've got now. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not my only mistake today, because I have been so clumsy all day, knocking things over, walking into things, saying really stupid stuff, but that's pretty normal for me. Yeah. I'm having a midlife crisis lately. So let's have a look. Maybe we'll use some of this to do the... So we're going to cover this window. Well, I will cover this window. You don't have to. It depends, you know, whether you... When we put something in there, it's probably not going to fit. Let's have a look. Oh, it does fit all the way back to that window if you want to leave it open. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave that one open. Makes it easier for me. I like easy. Of course, this is where when we're sticking stuff down here, we've got to just be mindful not to stick our openings for our pockets closed. It's got a bit of, these are out of a pages that I got, and as I was taking it apart, there was like little bits of writing on every page, which really annoyed me. Or maybe I'll put it that way. Now this is where I've got to be careful, because I have got a lot of glue there. So I'm just going to whack this in here for the moment. Just so I don't close the pocket. And here comes my, look at that, big glue blob. Remind me of the movie, the Blob or whatever, coming out then, because it sits there, does nothing for like a minute, and then the next minute this thing just erupts out of it. Okay, now we'll trim this one down. We've got some glue through there. I'll just get my bone folder. Nah, wasn't as bad as I thought. So just rang up and organised myself a gym membership. Yay, about time. So that's going to be interesting. Sounds like a great place though, so looking forward to it. They even do badminton there, and I've never actually played a proper game of badminton, but I did buy a set for the kids when they were younger, like a proper set, and oh, we had so much fun having a bash. So, and I sort of was put off because I thought, well, you're going to have to go with a partner to play with, and that I don't really have anyone I know that's crazy like me and would play badminton. So, but apparently they've got a group that go there who are quite happy to have a bash with whoever rocks up. So that's going to be interesting. All right, so I've cut that down now. Let me just check, because I can't remember if yeah, I should have probably done that before I closed it. Hindsight is 20/20, isn't it? I should should have warned you before to do it. So hopefully you watch this through before you stick your bit across there to make the pockets, because then you can just run a piece the whole way down and then stick that across. Flying feet. My brain's thinking flying something else that starts with F at the moment. Ends with this. But oh shush, Nat, sometimes I should just not speak. I do kind of like it plainer here, but that will do. It's better than seeing the envelope anyway, so I'll get that glued in. Try and get it in somewhat straight. Man, I thought I was doing so well getting it done quick so that we could do like extra today. Just cut this bit off. It's a bit crooked, but thankfully we end up putting the journaling card in here. So, see, that's a lot straighter, which is a lot nicer. All right, now I'm going to put a little bit just here so we don't see that from the envelope too much. So I might as well do some more writing bits since I've got writing there. See, so that's two boo-boos so far. And they haven't been little ones either, really. Right, so we've got that, and we've got that. And it doesn't really matter if you do the wrong papers or whatever either, does it? You know, because it's all going to be covered a bit in that. So we've got our 2 pockets. They're looking a bit better. So now, let's see how we can go about getting this lot done. So, done that, we've done that. Make sure I've got it right this time. Yep. So, now this is the one where I was meant to do the music page. So what I'm going to do is not do music page, and I'll just do another big page and just do it with the one whole bit there. Now I'm just going to run glue the whole way around this. Alright, now as usual I like to turn the page and just see, because here you can see it's folded a bit, so I'll trim that down afterwards because it's in the hinge a bit too much. No big deal though. Now, it looks like I've not got it up there enough either. I'm not going to try and move it now. So, might put a little piece up the top and a little piece down the bottom as well. It'll break up the monotony of the page. Now make sure we haven't stuck our pockets again. They're looking good. So whether I do that now or leave it for when I'm embellishing, but the other thing you can do if you have a little bit sticking up, I mean I can always cut that top bit of the envelope down a bit and you wouldn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. So, because things don't have to be perfect. It almost stands up a bit high anyway in that spot, so I might just do that. The only thing is it's going to open our envelope if we do, which we can close anyway, so that's the beauty of this project is you can just stick things back together anyway. So let's see if it did open it there. Yeah. No, I had glue down there anyway, so that's fine. So that solved that problem. So we'll just get a little strip to put down here, and that looks all right. So I might just whack that down there. So then we have the most technical part of this whole thing, I think. So imagine what troubles I'm going to come into with that, the one I'm going today. So the flip up, the flip out, and the pocket bit. I did use tea-dyed underneath so we can write there, and tea-dyed on the back of the envelope. So maybe we'll tea-dye the back of the envelope first. I think I can manage that. It's looking good. Okay, so I'm back with some grungy tea-dyed or coffee-dyed papers, whatever they are. Now, it looks like that would be perfect lengthwise, because we just want to tuck it a little bit under our pocket there. So now we've just got to get the width about right. Now, we'll get it where we want it at the top. We still want the top to be able to flip down. And I want this covered over here, about there. Now I might have to trim a bit off of here again, just so that I'll flip in. Let's just see, we need to get it down under here, so I really need to get my bone folder and give it a shove in there and hope for the best. There. Paper stuck everywhere. Now, well, that's folding all right. I'll just see if it's folding any of that. It's looking all right, actually. Amazing. All right, so that's our inside piece done. So next, we'll probably do the pocket, I think. Yes, we've done the paper there, so I've got to cover this just a little bit. So I'll find a little bit that fits on there. Got all this scrappy bits here. Now, I could take it all the way over so it looks sort of squarish too. It doesn't, although I think I tapered it just a tad here so that it folded easy as well. So maybe we'll stick this on. Now we're just going to make sure that we don't stick it to this underneath envelope. And this is where I just taper this edge just a little bit, if I can figure out which way my scissors will do it for me, just like that. So I might trim that. I'm closing a little flap so I can see what I'm doing. So that's our little pocket done. So now we want to put some book page on both sides of this. I'm just double checking. Yeah, it was just the plain book page. Same size both ways. Stuck over that to go to about there. So what I'm going to do is just cut the bottom of this just a couple of millimeters so that when we cover it, it's not going to get caught on the little pocket. So if I just take it up just a tad, that should be all right. Now, which way can I cut it successfully? That'll be a lot better. Worry about that top bit afterwards because that's going to go down over the top anyway. So these are my 2 pages, yes. So it doesn't matter if the page goes a bit higher because we're covering both sides anyway. But the bottom bit we need pretty spot on to fit over our little tuck thing. And that's looking pretty good there, I reckon. Yeah, we can always trim a little bit more if we have to, but that should fit. And I'm just going to keep the pages together as much as I can over that side. What I might even do is just run a bead of glue down here. Oh, they're breaking already. I think this will just help me though, keep them. Now they've come apart, but that's all right. Might help me keep them even together when I put them on. I don't know, it might not too, you never know. So it's going to be on like that. So that's going to be our flip out. Now I just need to trim this edge down just a tad. Maybe a little tad more, especially down this end. It's not too bad down there, that's going to work, I reckon. So we've got a little pocket there, we've got our flip out, so now we've got to do the flip up. And of course you can keep trimming this off if you find, because I reckon I'll trim even more off of that, because once you start opening and closing it a bit, it can get like caught and folded up. So we'll take that. All right, that'll do for now. So it's the same deal to do flip up, obviously, as basically what we did with this. You want the two pieces, one on either side. So the underside I did do the tea dyed again, and then the top I did some book page. So I found a book page that I liked before. Where did I put it? I have no idea. Will this one work? Probably. I haven't been worrying as much in this one because I'm in a bit of a hurry to do it and show you how I've done it, that I haven't been worrying as much about the colours of the papers. On the other one, I sort of tried really hard to make them quite like contrast or similar depending on the look I wanted on the page, but still going to look pretty cool, I reckon. So we could do that one. We'll try and get the width that we want on this one. Again, we've got to be careful not to have it too close, but we can trim it so that we can turn the pages, because it will sit up that little bit. It's about to there. We can cut that if we need to. It's best to go over and then cut it down afterwards. Straighten this up just a tad down here. Now that's unglued a bit, just the envelope part there, so I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue there. Now we've got to rip some of this off about the same size. I'm just going to put this on top. Now the bottom's a different length, but that doesn't matter because we can trim that down afterwards. Just making sure nothing's stuck on me. So I'm just figuring which side of the tea dyed I want to show. I think I want it like that, maybe. So I'll just place the tea dyed paper where I'm going to want it. Definitely will have some trimming to do afterwards. So what I might do also is how it comes down there, I might actually take that up a bit. Will it matter? Yep. It probably wouldn't matter. Let's just see how this is going to close. Actually, I think it's going to... Yeah, I might just cut a little bit of this little corner here of the envelope. So I'll just cut along there just a tad. And up there just a tad. And just take this little wedge off. Don't ask me why, I just felt like it. Alright, so again, just make sure that you've got the placement where you want it. It's most important over this side, because this side we can trim afterwards. Well, we can trim this too, because we're going to lift it up, but I figure if one side's straight, we've got half a hope. The page seems to turn alright, so we'll stick this flap down to the tea dyed paper first. And it acts as our flippy hinge. Like that. So that enables it to do that. And then we'll stick our book page on top. But what I must do is put some greaseproof underneath. Kind of a bit short all the time up the top because I'm not, it's probably because I don't want to stick my head in the camera. But hey, it's not too bad. And I ink around the edges of the pages anyway. So if you do find that there's a bit of white envelope sticking out, we will be inking over it. So it's not that big a drama. It is quite a scrappy thing to make anyway, so something's stuck on there. All right, so that's not too bad. So I've got to trim this bottom bit. Could even take that up just a little bit more. Actually, it would look nicer ripped, so we might let it dry properly and then we'll rip that. Now I'm just seeing that side's quite even, which I'm really happy about. So it is just this side that needs a bit of a trim there. So we can do that. So if I hold it this way, just take it down from there. Just a little bit more. Going down from about here. Now I've done a bit too much, but that's all right. I'll straighten that up a bit afterwards. All right, so that is a pretty rough version of my flip up, my flip out, and the little pocket. Now you can stick this side down too if you want, which I don't tend to worry. Just gonna snip this bit just up there. That's a bit better. So what does that mean? We've got this last page left, which will be So when we do this one, we do a pocket up the top and a pocket that goes on the inside here. And this side is just a plain page. And then we've got the cover to do, so we'll see how much we can get done when we do that. So recap. That one with a flip out. Got this one with the pocket there and the pocket there. Got a flip up, flip out and pocket. So yeah, tomorrow hopefully I'll get on and we'll finish this off at least. Then we've got to get the cover done and then it'll be on to the fun part, which will be cool. So take care everyone, have some fun, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.